Well, good evening everyone and welcome along to our latest Monday Night Speedway broadcast. Hope you enjoyed your weekend and we hope you are looking forward to tonight's action, which will be coming your way in a few moments' time. Before we do go racing this evening though, as ever, do allow me to point you in the direction of the official British Speedway website, speedwaygb.co.uk. That's the place to head on a regular basis for all the latest and breaking news and developments. Don't forget our social media channels as well. Follow us on Twitter at SpeedwayGB. You can search Speedway GB on Facebook. On Instagram, we are at Official British Speedway. And don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Search Speedway Great Britain. We're going to a big effort to keep you entertained and keep bringing plenty of content your way. We've seen our World Champions retrospective series with the likes of Billy Hamill, Ollie Olsen, Hans Nielsen. And we've also got plenty more coming your way on that as well. We also saw the weekend, we launched our Track Talk feature. And we launched it with Adam Ellis. Great to have a catch up with him. And we've got another British Speedway legend coming your way this coming weekend as well. So well worth subscribing and following our social media channels. Like I say, plenty coming your way to keep you entertained. Back to tonight's Monday Night Speedway broadcast though, and we are heading back to 2013 and an Elite League fixture between the Birmingham Brummies and the Peterborough Panthers at the Peterborough Stadium. And Peterborough were one of the informed teams in the top flight of British Speedway at this meeting in time. And the Brummies as well, they were in contention for a playoff spot. So this was always going to be a thriller. And we will be heading to Peterborough in a few moments' time for heat number 1. But before we do, let's run you through the two lineups for that evening. For the Birmingham Brummies at number 1, it was Chris Harris with Jason Doyle going at number 2. Danny King was at 3 with Ben Barker at number 4. Martin Smolinski was at 5 with the Brummies 2 reserves. Guesting at number 6 was David Balago with Josh Orty at number 7. For the Peterborough Panthers at number 1, it was Kenneth Bier with Ryan Fisher going at number 2. Rider replacement was in operation for Norbert Koshkush at number 3 with Krzysztof Buszkowski at number 4. Eunice Kilmacorpy went at 5 with the Panthers 2 reserves, Dakota North at number 6 and Patrick Hugard at number 7. So with the form these two sides were showing in the build-up to this fixture in 2013, like I say, it promised to be a thrilling contest. And we reckon we've got one coming your way right now. We're heading to Peterborough, so sit back, relax, enjoy, and let's go racing.
So riders at the takes for heat number 1. Peterborough, the team in form in the Sky Sports Elite League, looking for more points here tonight, but a much tougher opposition for them tonight against the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Still looking for league points to cement their place in the playoffs. Disappointing run of form on the road, but back at Peterborough tonight and looking for all 3 league points. The lineup for heat 1 sees going in the yellow helmet colour off gate number 1, it is Ryan Fisher. Gate 2 in blue for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it's Jason Doyle. In white for the Panthers, gate number 3 is Kenneth Bier, and off the outside in red for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, Chris Harris. Referee tonight is Dave Robinson. Keith Kershaw about to get the riders away for heat 1. On comes the green light, and up fly the takes, and it's a fast start from the Panthers boys. Kenneth Bier into the first corner. Ryan Fisher trying to force Jason Doyle wide, and it's the Ready Power Panthers in a 5-1 situation with Kenneth Bier out front. Ryan Fisher in second. It's Doyle in third with Chris Harris having missed out at the back. Harris trying to move his team partner aside to go after Ryan Fisher. As Doyle drops to the back, it is Chris the Bomber Harris giving chase to Ryan Fisher. Kenneth Bier's away and gone up front. You can forget about him. And looking to be a perfect start for the Panthers here in heat 1. Down the back straight they go for the 3rd time. This is where the race is between Chris Harris and Ryan Fisher. And Fisher's always a tough nut to crack. 1 lap to go here in heat 1. And it looks to be a perfect start to the Ready Power Panthers here. Down the back straight they go. Off the final corner, it's a good winning ride for Kenneth Bier. 2nd spot goes to Ryan Fisher, and 3rd spot goes to Chris the Bomber Harris. So, perfect start to the Ready Power Panthers here at Peterborough. They're off and running with a 5-1 in heat number 1.
So it looks like Kenneth's going straight back to the pits, but
So perfect start for the Peterborough Panthers, not the start the Selco Birmingham Brummies were looking for. Chance to strike straight back here in Heat 2. Going off the inside in the red helmet colour tonight, guesting for the Brummies in place of the injured Nico Cavati, it's David Bellagio. He rides for the Berwick Bandits in the Premier League. Next to him, it's the Australian Dakota North. He goes in the white helmet colour off gate number 2. Josh Orty in gate number 3 in the blue helmet colour, and off the outside could be a trump card for the Panthers tonight, Patrick Hugard, who started off the season in 2013 really poorly, but then all of a sudden a switch seemed to be switched, and he's been banging in big double-figure scores since then. Here we go then for Heat 2. What flow takes to where they go. Bellagio's made a good start from gate number 1. He's away. The Panthers trying to come through on the inside, and Hugard's done that. And now here comes Dakota North trying to come around the outside of Bellagio. Bellagio runs the Australian North at the fence. Unfortunately for the Brummies, Josh Ortiz missed out, although he's looking for a way past Dakota North now. Patrick Hugard didn't make the best of starts from the outside gate, but found his way through on the inside of David Bellagio. And the Ready Power Panthers are really flying here tonight. Josh Orty tried to screw it on round the outside of Dakota North. Halfway through this reserves race, what could Josh Orty do in the final 2 laps as Dakota North lifts there? But Orty's not close enough to challenge. They hit the top corner. Josh Orty tried to come around the outside of Dakota North. He's riding the most unorthodox line. Orty trying to screw it on right round the outside still, but I don't think there's enough there to help Josh Orty at this stage, and it's going to be another heat advantage to the Ready Power Panthers. Off the final corner, Patrick Hugard wins Heat 2. Second spot goes to David Bellagio. Third spot to Dakota North, and it's another heat advantage, this time a 4-2 to the Ready Power Panthers. And well, they're really off and running, as we said at the top of the show. They're a team in form, and they're continuing it there in Heat 2. So the win goes to Patrick Hugard, David Bellagio in second, and third spot to Josh Orty, to Dakota North rather. It's a 4-2 in Heat 2, progressively now, 3 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 9 to the Ready Power Panthers.
Birmingham 3, Peterborough 9, 59.15, the winning time of Patrick Hugard.
Well, the Ready Power Panthers will be delighted for the start that they've made here at Peterborough tonight, and we're on to Heat 3, and with rider replacement operating for Norbert Koschuk, who crashed out on Monday night at the East of England Showground. They bring in Ryan Fisher back out here in the white helmet colour this time, once again off the inside. So Ryan Fisher there in white gate 1. Next to him in blue for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it is Ben Barker. In gate number 3 in yellow is Krzysztof Puskowski, a mid-season returnee to the Ready Power Panthers side, and off the outside for the Selco Birmingham Brummies, it's the captain, Danny King. Brummies need to strike back straight away in this heat number 3. Not going to be easy against Fisher and Puskowski, and Puskowski was in fine form on Monday night, securing a pain maximum for the Panthers. So they come to order for Heat 3. Well, it takes to where they go. It's a fast start from Ben Barker, and Danny King's made a reasonable one as well off the outside gate, and it's the Selco Birmingham Brummies in a 1-2 situation. Barker and King, they lead Ryan Fisher. The pole Puskowski's missed out the back, and Fisher's almost running up the back of Ben Barker. It's the American giving chase, but the Brummies striking back big style here in heat number 3 with Danny King and Ben Barker. Barker looks over his shoulder to see where Ryan Fisher is. He's not too far behind. Can he do anything special in the last couple of laps of this third race? Disappointingly for the Ready Power Panthers, Krzysztof Puskowski's missed out. He's well at the back in this first ride of the night. But Danny King made a super start from gate 4. He's headed for home. And Ben Barker all the time just checking where his opposition is. But the Selco Birmingham Brummies striking straight back here in Heat 3. Hitting the final corner, Danny King. He's going to take victory in his opening ride of the night. Danny King takes it from Ben Barker in second. Third spot goes to Ryan Fisher. 5-1 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies there in heat number 3, and that's just the result that they were looking for. So Danny King and Ben Barker just comparing notes there, coming round to take the applause of what's another big crowd turned out at Peterborough tonight. That's great to see, and they'll be happy to have seen a 5-1 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies in heat number 3. King, Barker, Fisher, the result 5-1 progressively after 3 races. It's now 8 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 10 to the Ready Power Panthers. On we go to Heat 4. That Heat 3 just the result the Brummies were looking for. This Heat 4 sees Patrick Hugar going in the yellow helmet gate 1. Next to him in blue it's Josh Orty. Jonas Kaimakorpi, he goes in white gate 3. Martin Spalitsky in red off the outside. Fly takes away we go. And it looks to be a false start from Spalitsky, who's pulled out with machine problems. And now it's all left to Josh Orty to take up the challenge, but it's Patrick Hugar that leads. Orty in second, it's Kaimakorpi in third. And in fact, the red lights are on from referee Dave Robinson. Spalitsky's bike's on fire on the centre. My word. The second time this season that our cameras have covered a bike ablaze. And this time, Martin Spalitsky, the German, his bike is well ablaze there on the centre, trying to get the extinguisher on it. Just trying to see who's that. Is that... it's Ben Barker with the fire extinguisher down there. My goodness me. There's not going to be left of much of that machine. Martin Spalitsky. Yeah. The red lights came on just solely because of that incident on the centre there. That's why the referee, Dave Robertson, decided to call a halt to proceedings. So we're going to have a rerun of Heat 4, obviously without Martin Spalitsky, and hopefully that his second machine's going to be okay, because that one looks badly charred there. But at the end of that, fortunately, Martin Spalitsky, he looks to be okay, and that's the main thing, main important thing.
So unfortunately, 3 riders in. We'll have to give Martin a big cheer.
So 3 riders only then for rerun of Heat 4. After that excitement, of course, Martin Spalitsky ruled out, so pressure on Josh Orty here. For the inside, it's Patrick Hugar going in the yellow helmet colour off gate number 1. Josh Orty in gate 2 in the blue helmet colour, and completing the lineup off the outside in white, or gate 3 rather, it's Jonas Kaimakorpi. So pressure on Josh Orty here. What can he do against these 2 Ready Power Panthers? So they come to order for Heat 4. Fire takes away they go. And it's a fast start from both Panthers. Kaimakorpi makes a much better one this time. He's around the outside of Josh Orty to join up with his partner. I don't think Patrick Hugar's looked to see that it is Kaimakorpi coming around his outside. And Kaimakorpi keeps it screwed on to take up the lead up front. It's Patrick Hugar in second. Josh Orty trying hard in third. But this will undo the 5-1 that the Selco Birmingham Brummies took in Heat 3. And the Panthers once again will be ahead by 6 points in the early part of this meeting. Jonas Kaimakorpi then, heading down the back straight for the 3rd time. Josh Orty trying hard, but I don't think he's going to get to Patrick Hugar. And with 1 lap to go of Heat 4, the Ready Power Panthers are certainly letting the Brummies know they're in a meeting here tonight. What could Josh Orty do in the final corner? Still looking for a way through on the inside as Hugar goes wide, but Hugar hangs on to 2nd spot. And another 5-1. Big result to the Ready Power Panthers there in heat number 4. Kaimakorpi well pleased with that. He's going to head back to the pits. And after 4 races here at the Peterborough Stadium tonight, it's now 9 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies. 15 to the Peterborough Panthers. Ryan Fisher, the last man to arrive at the takes for heat number 5. Brummies looking to their 3-4 combination to bang in another maximum score here to put them back into contention. Being 6 down at home, totally unaccustomed to that. Of course, they've only lost the once this season to the Swindon Robins here early in April, so not used to being on the wrong end of the score chart after such the early part of the meeting. So we'll go through the lineup then for Heat 5. Danny King in the red helmet colour gate 1. And gate number 2 in yellow, it is Ryan Fisher. Ben Barker in blue gate 3. Kenneth Pierre, he goes in white off the outside. Father takes away they go. Electric start from gate 4 from Kenneth Pierre. Danny King muscles in on the first corner, but Pierre's around the outside. Barker looking for a way past on the inside of Ryan Fisher, all getting very tight there. And Fisher's come down, Barker's come down, and King's come down. Oh my word, 3 riders down. That got very tight indeed, rushing down the back straight. Referee Dave Robinson with a call here. Let's hope all three riders are okay. I think Ryan Fisher's gone underneath the air fence. Oh, he's right, just out of shot on the right-hand side. He's up against the air fence. Ben Barker looks prone on the circuit. The paramedics have rushed to him. I think Danny King was the last one to know what was going on as he was brought off by the two underneath him. Let's hope that the Brummies pairing are okay. Disqualification lights for the rider in yellow. Ryan Fisher is ruled as the primary cause there. So we have 3 only for the restart. Good to see Ryan Fisher is okay. He's back upon his feet. But concern still for Ben Barker, who's being treated by the paramedics. As Ryan Fisher walks back to the pits, he'll be fit to go again later in the meeting, but concern at this stage for the Selco Brummies man, Ben Barker. Well, great to see Ben Barker is up and able to come out in this rerun of heat number 5. We'll remind you of the lineup. Danny King going in red gate 1. Ryan Fisher excluded. He's not there in gate 2. It's Ben Barker gate 3 and Kenneth Pierre in white off the outside. So Panthers won't be able to extend their lead here, but Brummies will be hoping that they can force Pierre wide. He'd made a super start in the first running. He was away and gone once again. Kenneth Pierre, of course, takes his place in the Grand Prix Challenge at Poole on Saturday night. One of the favourites for that meeting, certainly a man in form and looking to rekindle his Grand Prix career. As they come to order then for Heat 5. Fly the takes away they go. Electric start from Kenneth Pierre. He's away and gone. Pierre into the first corner, and the Brummies have got 4 laps of chase. Ben Barker taking it up in second. It's Danny King in third. For Kenneth Pierre, electric 2 starts in this Heat 5, and he was electric both times. But Ben Barker, you know, he's on his tail and he's going for him. Ben Barker trying to screw it on around the outside of the dame. We've got a race here in Heat 5. Kenneth Pierre, he leads. But he's being pressured left, right and centre here by Ben Barker. Barker trying to screw it on around the outside. Pierre knows exactly where he is. And then Barker trying to screw it down on the inside. Perhaps he should have kept that wide there because he's lost a lot of ground as they turn on the back straight for the 3rd time. Kenneth Pierre still out front with Ben Barker in second. Danny King playing shotgun in third. A lap to go. But looking good for the Panthers number 1. Kenneth Pierre, we said he's in fine form. And he's going to take his 2nd victory of the evening. Round the final corner they come. And Kenneth Pierre takes a checker flag. Ben Barker comes home for 2nd. Good effort from Ben, especially after picking himself up off the floor. And 3rd spot is Danny King. So shared race 3 apiece in heat number 5. The Panthers still lead by 6 points. As Kenneth Pierre heads back to the pits, he wins heat 5. Progressive score now 12 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 18 to the Ready Power Panthers. On we go to heat number 6. This Brummies pairing were 5-1 in heat 1, so they'll be looking for better this time out. The lineup for heat 6 sees going in the white helmet colour. Winner first time out in heat 4, Jonas Kaimakorpi. He goes in white gate 1. Chris Harris, he goes off gate 2. Gate 3 in yellow, it's young Australian Dakota North, and in blue off the outside, Jason Doyle. So Brummies team manager Phil Morris will be looking to this pairing to straight back here in heat 6. Green light comes on from Dave Robinson. Up fly takes away they go. It's a super start from gate 1 from Jonas Kaimakorpi, but he's trying to take Jason Doyle wide, and Chris Harris has found a way through on the inside, although the Finn Kaimakorpi is quickly back around the outside of him. But much better from Jason Doyle. He's away here in heat 6. Now what can Chris Harris do over the last 3 laps? Can he chase down the super fast Jonas Kaimakorpi? Of course, 3 times world long track champion, and if anything, he's pulling away from Chris Harris. Harris trying hard, but he's not getting closer to Kaimakorpi. But a 4-2 for the Selco Birmingham Brummies is better than nothing. Chris Harris has got a lap and a half to find something special here. Screwing it on, trying to find an outside line, and he's right up the tailpipe. He makes a bad mistake there though. Kaimakorpi himself though makes a mistake. Chris Harris, what can he do on the final lap? Right around the outside of Jonas Kaimakorpi, and that's a super Chris Harris pass. And the Selco Birmingham Brummies look to be taking their first maximum from this 1-2 combo. Doyle and Harris take the maximum points in Heat 6. Brilliant stuff from Chris Harris. It's a Chris Harris party piece there. Looked to have made a mistake at the end of lap 3, but kept it screwed on and got right round the outside of Jonas Kaimakorpi. Jason Doyle's gone quite quickly back to the pits. Chris Harris is on a lap of honour, and quite rightly too. Brilliant stuff from Bomber there in heat number 6. The Brummies take a crucial 5-1 in heat number 6. Jason Doyle the winner, Chris Harris in second spot, third spot goes to Jonas Kaimakorpi. 5-1 progressively now. It's 17 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 19 to the Ready Power Panthers. On we go to heat number 7. Hottest man in the stadium, Martin Smolinski. He goes in a red gate number 1. Gate 2, taking the rider replacement ride, unbeaten so far tonight, Patrick Hugard. He's there in gate 2. David Belejo, he goes in blue for the Brummies off gate 3. And off the outside in yellow, it's Krzysztof Paskowski. So that 5-1 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies in heat number 6 has put them back in touch. Just 2 points between the sides now. What can Smolinski and Belejo do here in heat 7? Keith Kershaw trying to encourage the Panthers boys towards the tapes, just having a word there with Krzysztof Paskowski. As we say, he was in fine form on Monday, scorching around the East of England showground as the Panthers took an easy 3 points over the Lakeside Hammers, another team trying to remain involved in the playoff race. As they come to order then for heat number 7. Well, it takes away they go. It's a good start from Patrick Hugard, and Hugard is into the first corner, and Buskowski's made a good one. Martin Smolinski, what a disastrous night so far for him. He spun on the first corner. I think he's remounted to allow the race to continue, but that's a disaster for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. It's left to the guest tonight, David Belejo, to give chase to the Ready Power Panthers boys, Hugard and Buskowski. It's Buskowski out front in the yellow helmet, Hugard in second. Martin Smolinski's remounted, but he's a mile behind as Patrick Hugard's whizzing around the outside of his team partner. And every time the Selco Birmingham Brummies take a maximum 5-1, the Ready Power Panthers are heading back with one of their own in the very next race. Patrick Hugard is a rider reborn in the second half of this season. Panthers fans were calling for his dismissal after a disappointing run of form in the early part of the campaign. But since the last 2 months or so, Patrick Hugard has found the key to success, and he brings home another race victory there in heat number 7. So Patrick Hugard and Krzysztof Paskowski takes a maximum 5-1 to the Ready Power Panthers there. David Belejo comes home for third. Disappointment from Martin Smolinski, and he's having a terrible night. Well, Smolinski not back out to heat 11, so he's got to find the key to success tonight. David Belejo, he's not happy with that, but one man that is, Patrick Hugard, he remains unbeaten by a Selco Birmingham Brummie, and with Krzysztof Paskowski, they take a 5-1 there in heat 7. Progressively then, after 7 races here at the Peterborough Stadium, 18 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 24 to the Ready Power Panthers. On we go to heat 8, and that 5-1 to the Ready Power Panthers in heat 7 has certainly put the pressure back on the Brummies, looking for an instant response here. Josh Alty going in the blue helmet colour, he's off gate 1. Patrick Hugard so far unbeaten with paying 9 from his 3 outings, he's in yellow, gate number 2. Jason Doyle, much better last time out with a race victory, he's in red gate 3, and off the outside in white, Ryan Fisher. If the Brummies were to suffer another 5-1 here, they'd be down by 10 points on the home circuit, and we'd be into tactical ride territory here at Peterborough for the very first time this season. But hopefully Jason Doyle and Josh Alty can combine here as they come to order for heat 8. Oh, a bit of a rolling start there from Jason Doyle. We look for the red lights. I think he's been allowed to run, and Doyle right around the outside, but once again disappointingly for the Brummies, Josh Alty's at the back. It's Doyle who made a flyer of a start, he's away. It's Patrick Hugard in second, Ryan Fisher blasting it on right around the outside. Josh Alty having to work overtime at the back. Alty's looking for a way past Ryan Fisher, looks to have done it, and Josh Alty capitalises on a mistake from the American. And now what could Josh Alty do? in the last couple of laps of this Heat 8. Hugard goes wide off that fourth corner. Orty keeping it low down on the inside. The Brummies crowd cheer as Josh Orty's working overtime to get to the Dane Patrick Hugard. Ryan Fisher all out to shout. I think Fisher's going to go. Fisher has gone. He's absolutely binged it on the bottom corner. I think the race will continue. If he doesn't get up, it will be awarded. The Reds are on. Reds are on from Dave Robinson. No doubt what the decision will be. It'll be another disqualification for Ryan Fisher. And the white disqualification light comes on as Ryan Fisher just on his knees down there in Bend 4. We wait the word from Dave Robinson, but I'll be very surprised if that's not a 4-2 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies.
Ryan Fisher is the disqualified as the prime goes the stoppage. Looks like
Jason Doyle for the Brummies giving Ryan Fisher a lift back to the pits. That's a nice piece of sportsmanship there, and race has been awarded by referee Dave Royal. Dave Robinson awarding the win to Jason Doyle in the red helmet colour. Second spot goes to Patrick Hugard, his first defeat of the evening. Josh Orty in third. So 4-2 there to the Selco Birmingham Brummies. And after 8 races, it's now 22 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 26 to the Peterborough Panthers. Heat number 9 then, and Selco Birmingham Brummies looking to their 3-4 engine room combo to bang in the big points here. Ben Barker going in the blue helmet colour, gate 1. Next to him in white, it's Jonas Kaimakorpi. He goes for the Panthers in gate 2. In gate 3, in red, it's Danny King, and off the outside in yellow, it's Dakota North. Keith Kershaw walks away on Heat 9, on comes the green light, Flyler takes away they go. Superstar from Ben Barker off gate 1, and Danny King's made a good one as well. They both swing wide. Dakota North coming through on the inside of Danny King. King being passed by both Panthers there, but a super ride by Danny King. He's quickly back round the outside of the Panthers boys. It's a 5-1 situation to the Selco Birmingham Brummies here in Heat number 9. Barker and King out front. It's Jonas Kaimakorpi in third. Dakota North at the back, but that was a fantastic first lap from the Brummies skipper Danny King. Wasn't to be denied, and he's following his team partner here in this 9th race. Got to bring home a big 5-1, which will bring the Brummies level. And what can happen in the last 6 races of this crucial Sky Sports Elite League fixture? As we mentioned earlier, it's not been good travelling for the Brummies in recent weeks with defeats at Eastbourne and at Bellevue. But they're back on terms here with the Panthers in Heat number 9. Ben Barker and Danny King bring home a 5-1 in Heat 9. Great stuff from them. Jonas Kaimakorpi comes home for third for the Panthers. Dakota North, he's at the back, and it all got very tight in the early part of Heat number 9. But the Brummies boys weren't to be denied, and they take maximum points there. Once again on a lap of honour, the Brummies boys there. Ben Barker and Danny King, great stuff from them. And they get a warm round of applause from the Brummies fans here at Peterborough this evening. So, a 5-1 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies in Heat number 9. Progressively, after 9 races, it's 27 points apiece.
Heat number 9, sponsored by Hart Recruitment. And a good one for the Selco Brummies. The race winner in blue, Ben Barker.
Heat 10 and the rider replacement for the Ready Power Panthers here once again, Patrick Hugard. He's out in the yellow helmet colour here off gate 2. We'll go through the lineup from the inside. Jason Doyle, he goes in blue off gate 1. Krzysztof Pekowski, he's in yellow in gate number 2. Gate 3 in red, it's Chris Harris, and off the outside, the rider replacement, of course, in white, it is Patrick Hugard. Hugard's looked fast tonight, but Jason Doyle will be looking for a fast start off the inside. He's been unbeaten in his last 2 outings after running a uncharacteristic last place in Heat 1. So what can the Brummies do here? Can they go ahead for the first time tonight? We knew that this Panthers side would be a tough nut to crack, and so it's proven so far. Riders taking their time to settle down then. Pekowski, he's the last one to settle in gate number 2. Takes fly up, away they go. Superstar from gate 1. from Jason Doyle. Already looks across to see where his team partner is. The Panthers are swung low down on his inside, but Doyle's got the speed to get back around the outside of him. Chris Harris finding himself at the back, and Harris really struggling for pace tonight. It's the Panthers in second and third as Buskowski takes it up from Patrick Hugard. Chris Harris, we saw in heat number 6 what he can do. What could he do here in heat number 10? Doyle has stolen the march his way and gone up front, but Chris Harris has got 2 and a bit laps to chase down the Ready Power Panthers pairing. Patrick Hugard slots into second ahead of his team partner Christoph Buskowski, but here comes Chris Harris trying to get it working on the outside. Lap and a half to go of heat 10. Buskowski and Hugard, I think at this stage, know enough to repel the challenge of Chris Harris. He's now trying something down on the inside. Can he get through on the inside of Patrick Hugard? No, not quite. Hugard now swinging around the outside of his team partner once again. Chris Harris looking for a way through on the inside, but he's not going to get there. And the Panthers level it at a shared race 3 apiece. Great stuff from Jason Doyle for his 3rd race victory of the night, but all credit to the Panthers combination of Christoph Buskowski and Patrick Hugard, who managed to repel the challenge of Chris Harris. He'll be disappointed with that. And at the interval stage here at Perry Bar tonight, there's still nothing between the sides. Jason Doyle then started off tonight slowly, but since then he's banged in 3 race victories. He takes the checkered flag of victory in heat number 10. Christoph Buskowski in second, Patrick Hugard in third. It's a shared race 3 apiece progressively at the interval stage. It's now 30 points apiece.
So heat number 10 takes us into the interval in the
Heat 11 then, first race after the interval. The lineup sees going on the inside. Kenneth Pierre so far unbeaten here this evening. Martin Smolinski, he'll be looking for better fortunes. He's in red off gate 2. Ryan Fisher, he goes in yellow gate 3. David Vallejo in blue off the outside. Fly takes to where they go. It's a fast start from the Panthers pairing. Pierre and Fisher, they travel ahead of Martin Smolinski, although Smolinski looking for a way through on the inside, but Fisher's got the speed to come round him. And this is a disaster for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Kenneth Pierre looks absolutely sublime tonight. Fast starts and he's away. Martin Smolinski, however, having to work hard, even for a point tonight. Hasn't scored so far with that fire in his first outing, crashing last time. And in this heat number 11, he's not going to get to Ryan Fisher. And the Ready Power Panthers, they came here to Perry Bar tonight looking for a point, and at this stage with 4 heats to go, they could be going away with much more than that. Down the back straight they go. Kenneth Pierre and Ryan Fisher are going to take a maximum 5-1 to the Ready Power Panthers in heat number 11. Heartache for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Martin Smolinski this season has been superb here at Perry Bar, but tonight what can go wrong has gone wrong, and the Brummies are down by 4 points with just 4 heats to go. Kenneth Pierre heads back to the pits. He wins his 3rd ride of the night. 2nd spot goes to Ryan Fisher, and 3rd spot goes to Martin Smolinski. 5-1 to the Ready Power Panthers in heat number 11, progressively with just 4 heats to go. 31 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 35 to the Ready Power Panthers.
Heat 11 was sponsored by the Hourglass Beauty Salon, and the race winner for the Panthers in white, Kenneth Pierre.
On we go to heat number 12. 3rd rider replacement ride tonight for reserve Patrick Hugard. He's back out here for the Ready Power Panthers in the white helmet colour. We'll run through the lineup from the inside. Dakota North goes in yellow. Hasn't had the best of nights, just 1 point to his name. He's there in gate number 1. Danny King, skipper of the Brummies, he's in red off gate 2. Gate 3 in the white helmet colour. Rider replacement Patrick Hugard, and off the outside in blue it is Josh Orty. Josh hasn't had a best night tonight, just 2 points from his 3 outings. So really, the Brummies need something. Can they need something quickly? Because they've got Kenneth Pierre, the Panthers have, covering heat 13 and no doubt 15 as well. They've got Buskowski and Hugard in 14. And really, the Brummies are running out of races. Waiting for Josh Orty there off the outside gate. He now comes to order, and they settle down for heat 12. Fly takes to where they go. Good start on the inside by Dakota North, but Danny King's wise to that. Patrick Hugard does a bit of curb crawling, and he takes it up front. Hugard now being dive-bombed down on the inside by Danny King. Danny King tried to force the Dane wide into a mistake off that fourth bend, but Patrick Hugard keeps the power on. And with Dakota North in third ahead of Josh Hawty, the Brummies are going to be down by 6 points with just 3 to go. And surely there's no way back for them from here. 2 laps gone of Heat 12. Patrick Hugard being pestered all the time by former Panther Danny King. Hugard, though, has got so much speed. Danny King's wise to where Hugard's riding, trying to swing it wide round the outside with 1 lap to go of Heat 12. Now Danny King's right with him. Danny King trying to do it Chris Harris style here, right round the outside, but there's not enough bite there out by the fence. One final challenge coming up from Danny King. Patrick Hugard riding low down on the inside. Here comes Danny King right round him, and Danny King does it. Fantastic stuff from the skipper there. Left it to the final yards of Heat 12 to work his way right round the outside of Patrick Hugard. What a ride from the captain of the Selco Birmingham Brummies. And is that the spark that the Brummies need if they want to take victory here at Perry Bar this evening? Danny King, brilliant ride from him. Second spot goes to Patrick Hugard. Third spot to Dakota North. Josh Hawty disappointingly at the back. It results in a shared race, 3 apiece, and with just 3 heats to go. It's now 34 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 38 to the Ready Power Panthers.
And best of luck to Danny for the GP Challenge on Saturday at
Heat 13, massive race for both sides. Chris Harris and Martin Smolinski here for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Kenneth Pierre and Jonas Kaimakorpi for the Ready Power Panthers. Kenneth Pierre has scorched to 3 fast starts, unbeaten so far. Jonas Kaimakorpi won his first outing tonight, but the Selco Birmingham Brummies lads, they've had a poor night. Chris Harris did have a good ride in Heat 6 when he came past the Panthers, but Martin Smolinski, well, exclusion, full, and just 1 point to his name so far. I think if the Ready Power Panthers even share this race, then they will be taking the victory here this evening. They settle down then for Heat 13. Further takes away they go. It's a good start from Chris Harris off gate 1. Martin Smolinski's taken care of Jonas Kaimakorpi, but as Harris goes wide, Kenneth Pierre takes it up. It's Pierre from Harris. Martin Smolinski in third with Jonas Kaimakorpi at the back. Now Chris Harris trying to get something going on Kenneth Pierre. Pierre found a way through on the inside of Harris, who ran straight to the fence off the first corner, and Martin Smolinski's got another bite problem, and surely that's game over now for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Chris Harris trying to work overtime off Kenneth Pierre. Here he comes right down the inside of the Dane. Harris passes Kenneth Pierre, scares him to death there. Chris Harris saves his best to Heat 13. Kenneth Pierre trying to come back at him. What a race this is. Harris and Pierre locked together. A lap or so to go in Heat 13. Pierre on the inside, Harris on the outside. Chris Harris wires it on round the outside of Kenneth Pierre. Will this be the first defeat of the night as Harris once again goes wide to the fence? Kenneth Pierre trying to come back at him. Super ride from Chris Harris. The scores are still going to be 4 points apart with 2 to go. What a ride that is from Chris the Bomber Harris. He defeats Kenneth Pierre, his first defeat of the night. And that was a great race between them, especially after Martin Smolinski had come to a stop. And Chris Harris tonight has been struggling for pace, but certainly found something there in heat number 13. He defeats Kenneth Pierre in heat 13 to give the Brummies some hope with just 2 to go. Chris Harris wins it from Kenneth Pierre in second. Jonas Kaimakorpi in third as Martin Smolinski packs up with another machine problem. It's a shared race, 3 apiece, and with 2 heats to go, it's now 37 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 41 to the Ready Power Panthers. 59.72. Heat 14 then. Selco Birmingham Brummies need a big ride here from Ben Barker. He's there in the red helmet colour, but he's off gate number 4. His team partner is David Belejo. He goes in blue off gate 2. For the Ready Power Panthers, they're represented by Christopher Skoski in the white helmet colour. He's got 4+1 so far from his 3 outings, and he's joined by man in form, Patrick Hugard, who's so far got 13+2 from his 6 outings. He's in gate number 3 in the yellow helmet colour. So massive pressure on the Selco Birmingham Brummies here. Ben Barker will be looking to control things from gate 4. He's going to have to make an electric gate from there, especially with the fast charging Patrick Hugard directly inside. But what can David Bellagio pick up as well? They've had so much misfortune in the engine department tonight for the Brummies. What can they do here in Heat 14? Heat advantage to the Ready Power Panthers, and they'll be leaving Peterborough with the victory to maintain their unbelievable challenge for a playoff spot in 2013. Here we go, Heat 14. Lila takes away, there goes the fast start off the inside from Krzysztof Brzezowski. And Bellagio trying to charge in on Patrick Hugard. Ben Barker's right in the fence of Bellagio, crucially. Here comes Ben Barker at 1,000,000 miles an hour down the inside of Krzysztof Brzezowski. Barker around the outside of Brzezowski. Bellagio in third, crucially ahead of Patrick Hugard. What a first lap for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. And here goes David Bellagio for the Brummies down the inside of Krzysztof Brzezowski. 2 laps gone of Heat 14. Ben Barker running right out at the fence, trying to keep his speed going, but Koski's not too far behind. Bellagio's got third. Patrick Hugard's going to miss out in his 7th and final ride of the night, and this will put the Brummies within 2 points with 1 race to go. Brzezowski's right on the tail of Ben Barker. Thrilling action in Heat 14. Brzezowski's going to get Barker here. Barker, he won't be denied. He's back round the outside of the pole. Thrilling action in Heat 14. Ben Barker, he takes the checker flag and victory. What a race that was. My goodness me. Krzysztof Brzezowski was getting it working on the inside, but Ben Barker wasn't having any of that. And Ben Barker takes a brilliant victory. Just 1 defeat for Ben Barker tonight. And he keeps the Brummies in with a shout. And let's not forget David Bellagio, who beats Patrick Hugard. The Brummies take an unlikely 4-2 in heat number 14. And with just 1 heat to go here at Peterborough, it's now 41 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies, 43 to the Ready Power Panthers. Here we go then, Heat 15, just 2 points between the sides. Which way is it going to go? The lineup for this crucial race: Ben Barker, he goes in red for the Selco Birmingham Brummies off gate 1. Kenneth Pierre, he's in white, gate 2. Danny King, he's in blue, gate 3. Krzysztof Brzezowski, he goes in yellow off the outside. A shared race, and the Panthers will win by 2. Brummies need a 5-1 to take the victory. Here we go, Heat 15. Hopefully they taste away they go. An electric gate from Ben Barker, who immediately looks across. Danny King trying to come through the gap, but stealing a march through on the inside is Krzysztof Brzezowski. Coming around the outside is Ben Barker. Here comes Danny King as well. The Brummies in a 5-1 situation. Ben Barker and Danny King. There's defeating Krzysztof Brzezowski and Kenneth Pierre. He's at the back. What a ride on the first lap for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. Brzezowski cut down on the inside. He looked to have got through to the lead, but Ben Barker wasn't having any of that. And Danny King's there as well. Halfway through Heat 15, and the Brummies have been behind all night. And could they be taking the most unlikely of victories? And they will win by 2 points if they can keep it going here. 1 lap to go with Heat 15. Ben Barker and Danny King. No pressure from Kenneth Pierre. He's at the back, but Brzezowski's having a good look down on the inside. King back round him. The crowd's going bonkers. We're all going bonkers. What a ride for the Selco Birmingham Brummies. They take the victory. 5-1 for the Brummies in Heat 15. What a ride from Ben Barker and from Danny King. The Brummies management and teammates are all on the track as well. What a ride there. Krzysztof Brzezowski looked to have got it through on the inside, but Barker and King, they weren't having any of that. And this Selco Birmingham Brummies team, they've won here tonight. Goodness knows how. They've been behind all night, but they've taken a 5-1 in the final race of the night. And it's the Brummies that celebrate with a big 5-1. They're going on another lap of honour, and who can blame them there? Ben Barker and Danny King. What a start on the inside from Ben Barker. He looked to go really wide. Krzysztof Brzezowski came underneath him, but the Brummies boys weren't having that. And my goodness me, we've had an absolute thriller here at Peterborough tonight. A 5-1 to the Selco Birmingham Brummies in the very last race of the night, and they win it by 46 points to 44. Ben Barker joins us now. Ben, what a meeting tonight and what a performance from yourself.
That's what it had to be. We all had to dig deep. A couple of the guys underperformed on their own standards, but they were all behind us. They were struggling, but they got behind us, and that was what made me and Danny do it in the last one.
And in that last race, you had the inside gate, but you went straight out towards the fence. Did you see that Buzzkowski had come through on your inside? Because you really, it was do or die down that back straight.
Yeah, it was massive going down the back straight, because I managed to get round the outside of Kenneth because he cut back as well. And I seen Buzzkowski coming, but there was no way I was going by. And
of course, you got brought off earlier in the meeting. How's things with you? Because that was a nasty spill there.
Yeah, I'm definitely sore. But tomorrow it'll be sore. But we'll get home, we'll have a nice bath or shower and relax for a little bit.
And it might not have been 3 league points tonight, but 2 important for a victory tonight after what's been disappointing performances on the road in recent weeks. But big meeting next week against Coventry. Perfect opportunity of 3 league points there.
After heat 13, them 2 points felt like 4, because at one stage we might not have been getting anything. So, but we pulled it back, and we just got to get points on the road at home. We need to finish top of the league.
Ben, brilliant performance tonight. Push on from here.
Thank you. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Cheers.
Well, what an absolutely epic Elite League meeting we have just witnessed. I am sure you will agree it was a fixture that certainly had everything on a night of high drama at Perry Bar. Plenty of controversy along the way. A terrific turnaround with the Brummies only leading for the first time in that fixture after that heat number 15. And more importantly, what an absolutely terrific night of speedway racing it was as well. So full credit to both sets of riders of both the Birmingham Brummies and the Peterborough Panthers on that night of speedway in the West Midlands, where the Brummies headed to the top of the Elite League table. I can now bring you details of next week's Monday Night Speedway broadcast. That is Monday, June the 15th from 7:30 on our Facebook and YouTube channels. And I can tell you now that the Peterborough Panthers are in action once again, this time as they host the Ipswich Witches in a Premier League East Anglian derby. And I can tell you, it is absolutely another epic contest. And like we say, we are digging deep into the archives to keep you thoroughly entertained on a Monday night. So join us next Monday, June the 15th from 7:30. Peterborough Panthers take on the Ipswich Witches from 2014. This coming Friday as well, British Speedway Quiz Night number 9. So that is Friday, June the 12th. And 8:30 start for that one on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Free to play along, no prizes, all for a bit of fun. But do join me 8:30 this Friday for British Speedway Quiz Night number 9. Like I say, keep up to date with all the latest news on our official British Speedway website. That's speedwaygb.co.uk. And make sure you're following our social media accounts. On Twitter, we are at SpeedwayGB. Search SpeedwayGB on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Official British Speedway. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search Speedway Great Britain. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay safe. And I'll catch you back on Friday night for British Speedway Quiz Night number 9.